A woman is never going to come up to you and say, "I've decided I want you. Do something now before I change my mind." That simply isn't how women usually communicate their interest. But here's what actually happens, and this is the part that almost every man completely overlooks. Women often communicate their intentions through physical cues that go far beyond spoken words. They use a silent language they've relied on for generations to communicate one very clear message: I'm open, make your move. If you fail to recognize those signals, she usually isn't going to keep repeating them. Instead, she may direct that same energy towards someone who is actually paying attention. This isn't about playing games or manipulating another person. It's simply one of the fundamental ways human beings have expressed attraction for thousands of years, long before spoken language even existed. The men who understand this silent form of communication, who can naturally recognize it and respond appropriately, rarely have to sit there wondering whether a woman is interested. They already understand what's happening. They notice the signals as they occur and respond with confidence rather than uncertainty. Here's something that may surprise you. Research published in the Journal of Nonverbal Behavior found that women send an average of 5 attraction signals before the average man even notices the first one. 5. That means that by the time you finally begin thinking she might be interested, she may already have been communicating that interest through her body language for the previous 20 minutes. And these signals usually aren't particularly subtle. They aren't necessarily hidden either. Most of the time, they're happening directly in front of you, often just an arm's length away. The problem is that most men are too busy thinking about what they're going to say next. They're so focused on impressing her with clever words that they completely overlook the conversation her body has been having with them the entire time. And the strongest clues don't necessarily come from her eyes. They don't come from her smile either. They often come from her hands. Why? Because the hands are one of the few parts of the body people rarely think about consciously controlling. Your face can produce a polite smile whenever necessary. Your voice can imitate excitement, but your hands often reveal what's actually happening underneath. You can force yourself to maintain eye contact. You can intentionally stand upright and try to project confidence, but your hands operate on a much deeper level. They're connected to some of the oldest areas of the brain, the parts that can react before conscious thought has enough time to intervene. That's precisely what makes them so reliable. It's why they can reveal so much. And it's also why understanding these movements can give you a powerful advantage when it comes to recognizing genuine attraction. Today, I'm going to break down 8 hand gestures that can reveal when a woman has already developed an attraction toward you. 8 physical signals that most men walk straight past without ever realizing what they may mean. And here's the warning. Once you learn to recognize these signals, you won't be able to stop noticing them. You'll start seeing them everywhere, in coffee shops, at work, on dates, and practically anywhere people interact. And suddenly, the pressure changes, because you'll understand the moment she may have chosen to show interest. The only question is whether you'll be prepared to respond appropriately. By the end of this video, you'll understand which gestures can quietly communicate, "I'm interested," which ones may suggest, "take things further now," and which ones can indicate that the opportunity may have already passed. Stay with me through every single point, because the 8th signal is by far the most important. It's the one that separates men who recognize attraction and respond to it from men who spend the rest of the evening wondering what they missed or what went wrong. Before we get started, where are you watching from? Drop your location in the comments below. Welcome to Sci and Dating Education. I'd really love to know where everyone is watching from. Now, let's get into the 8 signals. Signal number 1, the hair touch that moves downward. Let's begin with something almost every woman may do without consciously realizing it. When a woman feels attracted to you, one of her hands will often move toward her hair. But here's the important detail that almost nobody talks about. It isn't simply the fact that she touches her hair that matters. What matters is how she does it. She may raise her hand, gently touch her hair beside her face, or tuck it behind her ear, and then allow that same hand to move slowly downward toward her neck or collarbone. That slow downward movement is the real clue. A woman who is simply adjusting her hair will fix it and then move on.